Foreign Minister Zbigniew Rau stressed that Russia's policy is a greater threat to peace in Europe. He pointed out that one of the most important principles guiding Polish foreign policy is to ensure peace and security. We consider ourselves the epicenter of important modern values that defend Europe from the power tendencies of the big countries, from slipping into compromises with authoritarianism. In his statement, Minister Zbigniew Rau pointed out the need to dissolve the Russia-NATO agreement and isolate Moscow more strongly. He added that Poland favours an ever closer alliance with the United States. We note with satisfaction that the experience of the Polish-American alliance is influencing the American position on Ukraine. Poland is among the top 3 countries, after the United States and the United Kingdom, that provide the most military aid to Ukraine relative to their own GDP. If anyone is able to provide security in this part of Europe, it is the superpower that has the largest army in the world today and has the greatest military potential. That is, the alliance with the United States. Earlier this year, the Polish government signed a contract worth $1.5 billion for the purchase of another batch of Abrams tanks. The first F-35 fighter jets have already entered the production line at the US armaments plant. According to Politico, the war in Ukraine has changed the previous perception of Poland in the eyes of the West. Poland has become one of the Ukraine's most important allies, and access to its roads, railroads and airports is crucial for supplying Ukraine with weapons, ammunition and other aid. The idea of supporting Ukraine in its struggle against the Russian Federation is part of the idea of Prometheism. This political concept was initiated by Marshal Józef Pilsudski and put into practice by President Lech Kaczynski. Only by building a strong cooperation and security bloc can the Kremlin's imperial ambitions be resisted. Finland's accession to NATO was key to strengthening the security of the Baltic Sea region and Poland. I hope that Sweden will join soon at the Vilnius summit. At the moment, I think we need to revise a lot, not only the issue of the NATO-Soviet agreement, but also NATO in its very formula, to take a closer look at the defence doctrine. Another of the priorities of Polish diplomacy in the eastern part of Europe is to pursue an open-door policy to the European Union and NATO for Ukraine, Moldova and Georgia. It is crucial to move the spectre of war away from Poland's borders. The Bucharest Nine is so important that, for example, the President of the United States meets in this format. This year alone, the government will spend 4% of GDP on military and armaments. This is the highest percentage among all NATO countries. This is the possibility provided for by the Homeland Defence Law introduced last year.